Page to Stage episode 4. Smashing this one out just after doing episode 3, just because I've got a few things fresh in my mind. So yeah, for this episode I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the ideas, not so much the ideas but the imagery and stuff that I've kind of used to create this play, and some of the themes that kind of run throughout it are inspired by other things, as everything else is. So first of all, me and Robbie, when we started doing this Wirral Theatre Festival, which we didn't know was going to be such a huge undertaking, and Robbie, if you're watching this, you might be one of the only 3 people who are. I love you to bits, and I know all the hard work that you're putting in, and God, next year already a daunting idea. But anyway, back to the island, and this kind of is we wanted everything that was in-house that takes place within like our company of the Wirral Theatre Festival, which is me and Robbie and all of the things that we're working on. We wanted them to kind of have a Wirral aspect to them, so that people could kind of connect the work with us as Wirral makers, and also like some of the iconic landmarks that we've got around. So if you to look at the imagery of kind of like what I've tried to create, we've got on the poster itself, we've got like the lighthouse in the right hand of the corner of the island, which is obviously heavily featured in the play itself. That is inspired by the lighthouse that is in New Brighton, which is right opposite the place where I used to work for 9 years. So I've spent every day looking at that beautiful structure and just passing it by and not giving it any attention. So yeah, I use that specific lighthouse in the design of the poster and stuff. And then I also pulled the island, and some of the history of the island and the lighthouse are from Hilbury Island, and they are lightly detailed in the script somewhere for a little bit of historical context. So yeah, I've used those 2 kind of images and blurred them together to create my island for which my work takes place on. The poster itself was designed by Jack. I won't give out second names in this video in case they don't want to be stalked, but he's a friend, a very talented artist, and he's done a lot of the posters that you are seeing associated with the festival. We've kind of gone for this like nice, flat, clean 1940s, 50 kind of feel, and that's because originally when I had the idea for the island, it was very heavily inspired by Hitchcock's work, and quite a lot of his posters and stuff that I've kind of liked have been kind of set in that kind of image, and we ended up having a bit of synergy between the posters because we got Jack to obviously do multiple posters for us, and when he did, we ended up kind of going with that theme. But the theme originally comes from the fact that I kind of like some of the Hitchcock posters from the past, and some of his like tones and feelings are kind of like throughout my work. And then we've kind of took that amazing imagery that Jack created and decided that we wanted to run with it, and it's kind of become like a blanket theme for our in-house plays, at least this year. And he's created some fantastic work that we're really pleased with, and I'm sure we'll be using him again for our work next year as well, if he is open to it. So yeah, it's a nice box to have ticked when you've got somebody who's as talented as Jack, who can just fill that void for you. And yeah, it's always nice, and because he's obviously a local lad as well, that adds to generating opportunities, creating opportunities for people in the local area, which we love, which then leads me on to my next story, which is about so I started at the beginning of the year doing a little bit of piano. It's probably more around March, I'd say. I'm not very good, but I'm getting better because I have a fantastic teacher called Anna, and I brought up the idea of her potentially maybe doing some music for me for my play, so that I would be using somebody local. And she declined, but she only declined because she has a son, Liban, who is a child prodigy, and he is a like young award-winning musician in the local area. And basically he has decided that he'll take on the task of doing the music for my work. So again, creates another opportunity for someone local. Really helps with the grassroots. It's really exciting. We just got the first 4 pieces of music that he's composed, and they are fantastic. They set the tone for the play really well. Yeah, I'm just really, really excited to be sharing that very soon. And on top of that, I've started to do the soundscape for the play, which obviously sound, music, imagery, all these things are really important to the overall product. So yeah, it's all starting to come together. It's taking its time, but like I say, all of the local people who are getting involved and helping out, and yeah, it's kind of what we wanted this to all be about. So thanks to all of you guys, and buy your tickets and come and see this amazing work that we're working on. But also, if you can, come and support the festival as well, because we're working really hard behind the scenes, and I would love it if we could get all of this amazing work that our local town's created seen by as many people as possible. So yeah, peace.